Oh, people, yes, we are here. You know, I'm not going to act like I'm fucking excited. I'm not excited at all. This fucking show sucked ass, and hopefully the Ringside Hangout doesn't suck ass, but who knows, because there ain't goddamn fucking thing to talk about in this boring-ass fucking show.
Certain things, and one thing that they did do, which was actually kind of interesting, was the whole fake-out thing, because we thought, like, Chris Jericho was going to be on SmackDown for a while and stuff like that, but apparently not. Apparently Kevin Owens took it back. And he did that whole thing that Trey. He was even saying, like, what the fuck? He gonna get fined for that. That was bad.
Dude, like, he put the chair on Chris Jericho's neck and slammed it on the... What'd you say?
No, like, yeah, you're right. Like, when you threw him right into the ring post. And that's the thing that they have done. Like, John Cena did that with Randy Orton back in 2009 after the PG era when they were really, really scared about that shit. So, like, I'm fine with that. My only issue is, like, did you have to fucking lose a belt and get it back so you have another reign number to it? Like, what's up with WWE and ruining, like, you know, the number of title reigns for people? Like, that's how John Cena became a 50,000 time world champion. Is like, oops, it's like the hot potato shit. Like, it's just fucking, it's so frustrating. I hate that shit.
I'm more worried at the fact that, you know, like, to me, in my opinion, like, Kevin Owens can get fined for that. You don't see that stuff in the WWE anymore. Like, matter of fact, the last people got fined for, like, chair shots and something similar to that was when Triple H and Undertaker did during their WrestleMania match. Like, they don't allow that kind of head stuff anymore. It's just like, goddamn, dude, like, he getting up in some serious trouble.
Yeah, and hoping. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I think they did that just so they can write Chris Jericho off TV. Like they would, and probably I wouldn't even be surprised if Chris Jericho was like, "Yeah, do that," so just so you could make it look more real. Even though Chris Jericho probably is seriously injured, and they probably did the whole hot potato belt thing. Because I agree with you, Nick. Why drop it to Chris Jericho if that really didn't mean anything? I think they just did that as a fake out, just because the dirt sheet said one thing and they just wanted to trick us. So
yeah, I feel the same way. Now, Hovik, I want to ask you, man, what do you think about the whole Chris Jericho thing at the end of the show?
I kind of expected everything to happen, but I didn't expect Kevin Owens to go full-blown fucking heel on him, which was fucking great. I really fucking love it. I was like, Kevin Owens is doing exactly what the fuck Kevin Owens
does. Yeah, I mean, he's taking someone's character. I mean, and that's the thing with me. Like, I it's one of those situations where I feel like I had to be looking at this and saying, like, okay, like, I'm going to rate this for what I saw tonight. Because, I mean, it'd be completely different. Like, future-wise and just, like, seriousness-wise, storyline-wise, writing-wise, this was a horrible show, especially for shit like that. But, like, honestly, it was fun to see Kevin Owens, like, really just beat the fuck out of Chris Jericho. Like, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And
it was kind of, like, continuing the rivalry and stuff like that, too, which was pretty much this show, too. Like, most of the heels were on top, even in the wrestling matches, too. Even though, before we get to some of the main juicier stuff, I just want to touch on one thing because it's just going to be a quick mention. But what the fuck was that one dude doing with the whole, what's his name? The one that was part of the VOD villains?
Oh,
the crying and shit?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, well, yeah. I can answer that because that was his NXT gimmick before he teamed up with Scott. That he used to come to the ring singing all the time and everything and acting like, you know, he was part of a play and singing and all that stuff. So, yeah, he just gone back to his old gimmick. Not that I'm saying it was great because it was pretty cringy. I agree with you, Anthony. I was like, oh, God, he shouldn't have gone back to this. He should have just kind of repackaged himself at this point, especially because of moments like tonight. Like, yeah, this is like, come on, man. Stop it.
What was that for? Like, it reminded me of that shit back in NXT like a week ago when Ty Dillinger had beat Sanity in that cage match. When I always talk about how sometimes the villains exaggerate too much when they lose, it makes it seem like you're a fucking 90s villain. I'm just like, dude, stop. Yeah. So it was just like, it was just way too much. But something that I want to move on to that was just.
Oh, you should turn it off. But
come back to him.
Here you go. But we'll say, oh, he's back. Hey, Anthony, you're here.
I don't know what happened. It just crashed.
Yeah.
No, but something that was really interesting that you never thought you would see in this day and age, Jinder Mahal actually getting a victory. Like, no matter how he got it, but him just looking strong, over somebody like, and poor Sami Zayn. That motherfucker can't catch a break. He's been losing matches after matches after matches, no matter what fucking show he moves through. it's just really sad for him. But just seeing Jinder Mahal in his period, like in a state where he's stronger over somebody and he's getting pinfalls, I never thought I would see that day. Like it's still blowing my mind.
And it was, dude, 2 weeks ago we were not even talking about Jinder Mahal.
No,
he was not even a fucking part of discussion. It was like, it's amazing how they're doing that, and that shows like, hey, you can make someone big, you can build somebody like that. But here's the thing. Is I feel like this is gonna be just like that JBL shit. Like, okay, do you remember? Were you into wrestling back when JBL like turned into JBL from Bradshaw? Like, were you into that? Or
yeah, I want to say when he was the whole wrestling god.
Yeah, but were you there when like they moved to that? Because like before that, he was just a beer swilling like damn near Stone Cold Steve Austin type of character. Like he was a badass before that.
I want to say, if I remember correctly, because I know he was part of the Accolades. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the Acolytes. The Acolytes. The Accolades sounds like the tag team that's like the father tag team to American Alpha. Like, the Accolades. Woo!
Accolades, no.
No, but like Bradshaw, I remember like no one gave a fuck, and then he left for Rook. Or Ron Simmons, what you want to call him. And then, like, literally, like, the next week, he had a limo. He had this big-ass promo, 30-minute fucking promo. And then, like, within, 2 months, Trey? I don't know if you remember this, but he was, like, world champion already. And,
yeah, it was that quick.
Yeah, and it was, like, that's what they're doing with Jinder Mahal. Like, just like the Cabinet. When he had, like, you know, DBL had the Bashups. He had, I don't know if that black girl, Linda. I forgot. Linda Miles. What's her name?
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
But she was with him, and then the singing girl, Jillian Hall, with her big fucking disease on her face. It's like all that shit was happening within like a few weeks, and the same shit's happening with Jinder Mahal and the fucking Bollywood boys, or now they're called the Scene Brothers. Like I feel like they're gonna make some damn what a botch. But I feel like they're gonna do something where since they're called the Scene Brothers and they haven't showed like their name tags or anything, it's like they're gonna start scening, like they're gonna be like literally the Scene Brothers, and just like start doing some fucking.
Hey. Dude, they not too far from it. Like, especially if they keep coming out with these bright ass shirts. I'm telling you, man, they're fucking Wiggles, dude. Like they keep coming out with these bright ass shirts, man. I'm like, okay, it's Jeff from the Wiggles now, and it's the other guy. I'm like, man, y'all motherfuckers. When they said Singh, I thought it was just like like Sanjay and Craig, just kind of like one of those stereotypical Indian names. Yeah. But you might be onto something, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I hope that's not the case. I hope they don't come to the ring and they're with Aiden English, because Aiden English is gonna probably do that thing that Trey's talking about. And I'm like, I would hate if they get together and do like, hey, Aiden English and these guys, what a crazy couple these two will be. I bet it'll be some funny hijinks happening on every fucking Tuesday night. No, fuck you, all that shit. But I know, like, I'm the host of this thing. I always like help with the segues and everything. But I fucking swear to God, dude, I sat there and I watched this shit. I have no idea what to talk about next.
No, I got you. Okay, so apparently it seems like we finally got a name for the stable, for the Diva stable. Because they kept saying it throughout the commentary table. So I guess they're calling Natalie, Carmella, Tamina, and I want to say, I got confused because I thought Becky Lynch was part of it.
You missed a part of this, Anthony, because at the end of that, after the match, Becky Lynch came out and she shook Tamina's hand, then shook Carmella's hand, then Natalia and her hugged, and then James Ellsworth. Like, they've been feuding on Twitter. So, like, people, I guess, knew about it. So everybody was like, hug it out. And then next thing you know it, like, they're about to hug. But then Becky Lynch threw James Ellsworth into them and then started beating up on everybody until Tamina turned around and did a super kick. And then they pretty much destroyed Becky Lynch.
Okay, because I missed that too. Yeah, I missed that because I was wondering what the fuck was going on with that. Because I was actually looking forward to Becky Lynch being heel. I was actually really looking forward to it. And to the moment that she's not going to be, that's actually kind of disappointing. Although they could do like this whole dynamic where it's this stable. Becky Lynch is just by herself, and then even though, which is kind of interesting, that actually creates an interesting dynamic between Naomi and Charlotte, because it's just like, we don't like each other because you have what I want, but we got to get along because we got to go against these bitches, or as they're calling them apparently, the welcoming committee, which
it's kind of similar to TNA a bit when AJ Styles like first came back and he was doing a whole no one gimmick. Like I think that's kind of what you're going for, Anthony, because there was a point where Aces and Eights wanted AJ Styles to join them, and I forgot what the other stable was. I think it was the Main Event Mafia that came back against Aces and Eights. AJ Styles trying to get him. They were trying to get AJ to join them, and but he was just going around being like, "Hey man, I'm with no stable. Like, forget you guys." And Yeah, I think you probably wanted that for Becky Lynch. I want that too, to be honest. Like, because I don't want Becky Lynch to be aligned with nobody. Like, I want her main focus to be on the title. Because that's something I've always given the SmackDown women. They know what they want, which is why, even though the name is Blair, I'm actually all for the Natalia, Tamina, Carmella team because they want that title. But I don't want the storylines to keep being tag match after tag match after tag match. I want to see, them actually go for it. Like maybe a 6-way, maybe like a number one contenders match where one of them gets it and they, help out one of them win the title, that kind of thing. Like I would rather see that than, seeing as tag team matches.
And even with the name like Welcoming Committee, it's such a transitional name. I feel like this is going to be a thing for like a month and a half or 2 months. Like, because you need something to happen. Like, you probably need a big match and a big, like, ooh, these are all connected for Backlash because it's 3 hours. I mean, they can barely fill a fucking 2-hour show. How are they going to fill 3 hours? Like, that's where one of those situations where it's like, you gave so much shit to Raw, and you gave all of your wrestlers to them, all your best people, and then it's like, yeah, well, what are you left with? Like, this shit sucks. Your biggest fucking storyline from SmackDown for WrestleMania was a John Cena thing, and you don't have either Miz or John Cena or the girls involved in that shit. It was like, Jesus.
and the big...
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
No, just like on top of that too, you got Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, which they had like some kind of storyline. And granted, I want to see the same shit, but it's like at least that was going on. But then Kevin Owens, like I mean, I know it's a storyline, but it's like you have him injure Chris Jericho. Now you don't have Chris Jericho. It's like everybody who went to fucking SmackDown are not even on SmackDown. Like what the fuck?
And then the biggest thing that they're promoting, I guess, is Nakamura for the whole Backlash thing that they keep showing over and over again. Where the fuck is it? Like you don't even see him on the show, so it's just like I don't know what's up with that. And Trey, maybe you have an explanation because they are building up. Because what I'm assuming is going to be Nakamura versus Ziggler, which they did build up Ziggler tonight against Sin Cara. And let me just say this: they're just going to be treating the fucking luchadors like trash now. They literally threw Kalisto in the trash, Sin Cara's in the trash. Yeah, it actually made me think back too because y'all remember when Sin Cara first debuted it. All his single matches had the mood lighting. That shit is gone.
Yeah,
that shit is
gone. Worth the fucking light. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that was the original Sin Cara because that's the Hunico's, the current suit Sin Cara. So of course they were going to continue that. After the original Sin Cara got fired. But basically, Anthony. I don't know what they're doing with this Dolph Ziggler is like a real thing. It's I get that doing the match with Sin Cara, they were pushing that whole thing, but it was just so boring. Like, I'm getting sick of this whole Ziggler Nakamura thing already. I'm not approving of this at all. To me, this was probably like one of the worst storyline things of the night. To me, I just did not enjoy it.
And here's the worst part about any of this stuff is like it's just one of those things. Nakamura, like, and I know you're gonna say this again and say like, "Hey man, like, listen, it's different." Nakamura needs to stay in New Japan, and I hate that he's in America. But it's like, okay, cool, and you're right. But like you had people like what's his name, Itara or fuck the guy with the blonde hair.
Hideo. Oh
yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, no, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other guy too that's on CWC, Tatooine, whatever the fuck his name is.
Tatooine.
But like, yeah, those guys, and they do such a great job. Like, I mean, granted, I know like the first guy I brought up, like he's gone already, so like whatever. But like, dude, like you can do shit when they don't talk. The Japanese dude's doing this comedy thing versus I think Tony Nese, and he's like fucking with them, and he's like interfering in matches and ringing the bell, interrupting things. You got something going on. Nakamura, they're like, who his entrance? Oh. It's like, dude, it's just an entrance for fuck's sake.
No, I was explaining that today too because I was just saying like I was always like explaining this to somebody saying like to Tajiri, Yoshitatsu. Granted that they didn't go anywhere because they couldn't speak English, and then I had like brought up the whole fact, and I was just like, wait a minute, like now in this day and age we have stuff like NXT that can not only build you, but come on, people nowadays, like now. Who's the most dominated superstar in the fucking industry right now? Asuka, who can't speak a lick of English, but she's held that title longer than everybody combined on the main roster. I want to say she's held the title longer than anybody else, like since then.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So they can do it, but you just gotta have good writers to do that shit.
But like even with like and like dude, I've been watching a lot of old wrestling. And by the way, I'm sorry not calling on you a lot, Hovik. I know you're probably doing stuff and whatnot. That's why I don't want to like call you on you too much.
Yeah.
But I mean,
What's up?
But I'll ask you this, like, because I've been doing this lately. I've been watching old wrestling clips a lot, and like half the best wrestlers when they first come, like they don't talk a whole lot. and that's why it works. I mean, do you feel the same way, Hovik, about that, or not really?
I think half the wrestlers should continue not talking.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're probably right. But like,
Come on, finish
you think
up.
about Kane, you think about Mankind, you think about even Takamichi Nuku when he was, he's like the fucking best name of the light heavyweight division.
If you guys think about it, one of the only people that kept not being, who actually kept us talking to a minimum, was the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And the best part about it was that he just came, did his job, and fucking left. He wasn't one of those people who just came and spoke about his fucking dreams and became more cringier than needed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like one of those leads. They're treating like even with Jinder Mahal. Like, granted, he's not new to us, but they're treating him new because he's a new character, new development. And when he's on here, he's telling so much shit. Like, he's on the mic, like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. I'm mad, and I'm blah blah. He's like, it's almost like he sees like this opportunity of like, oh my god, I get 15 minutes on the air. Oh, I better just talk my fucking ass off. And it's like, you look desperate in the ring. And same with Nakamura. It's like, oh, it's just like, you're trying to make us feel like, ooh, Nakamura is creepy. Because we don't know what the fuck he's saying. So you're trying to get this character over. And he's terrible. And Dolph Ziggler is doing all the work. But you've been hammering him down the fucking shit pipe. It's just, oh, Jesus. Like, every single thing about this is wrong.
And then, like, you got, like, where they was trying to do, like, a whole comedy segment today with the Fashion Police.
Oh,
which
Jesus.
it was like a kind of like a Law and Order type deal, which I don't know what the
so
fuck is.
cringy.
I don't even know what's the build up of that. Like, Trey, maybe you know what they was trying to set up with that, because I was confused.
No idea.
I was so
No idea.
confused. And then they mentioned the date like May 21st, and I was just like, wait, what happens May 21st? Is that a pay-per-view? Is that Backlash? So
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with there. So it was really strange.
And then Charlotte Flair and Naomi are fucking faces, I guess, or whatever the fuck. Like, what was up with that where Charlotte Flair comes and everyone's like, yay! And then she fought off that gain of women. Like,
I don't... Like I said, okay, if they had good writers, they can make this an interesting position. Because like I said, you can still keep Charlotte that same heel, although... Like, WWE has the sense of, like, oh, since it's other heels going against, like, you can't have heels going against heels. Like, somebody has to turn somewhere. It's just like, no, you can have faces going against faces. You can have heels going against heels. And I think, like I said, I think it'll be a really fucking interesting dynamic of Naomi and Charlotte to, like, have, like, this kind of alliance almost. But she'd be like, Charlotte could still stab Naomi in the back at any moment. But we just got to get together, got to get along for the sake of, we got to keep these bitches away. And I thought that's what this whole thing was building up. Like, granted, the whole welcoming committee just fucking hates Charlotte. And that's cool. I think that's really cool. You can take that far. Just like, bitch, we gonna do everything in our power to make it keep you from the fucking belt. Like that whole promo when it was backstage and they was yelling at her and like fucking like throwing her and shit like that. It was just like, welcome to SmackDown. Like, she was like, this is our house. You're not gonna come up in here controlling our house. I'm just like, that's fucking cool. The only thing is, how long can they keep that up, keep it interesting, and also develop not only the welcoming committee, but develop Charlotte and Naomi as characters? That's the challenge.
Well,
So-
Yeah.
even tonight, I thought it was interesting the fact that they did beat up Charlotte beforehand. Because normally, like, one thing I get sick of is that, okay, another tag team match, blah, 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 with these two feuds. But one thing that was interesting is that beforehand, the Reckoning Committee beat up Charlotte. So Naomi was by herself. Like, even though it was supposed to be like 2-on-2, it was pretty much 3 against 1. And Naomi was holding her own, but the numbers getting caught up to her. And then Charlotte came out, like, still hurt from the fight, and tried to fight back with the Reckoning Committee. I mean, she got destroyed, but she still tried even after getting beat up. I thought that dynamic was actually pretty interesting tonight. It was something different from what we normally see that I thought was actually pretty great.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Like I said, we probably disagree somewhat about some of this stuff, and I understand that. And I understand that, maybe we just need to see this develop. But we've had plenty of time to see fucking AJ Styles develop. This motherfucker is so complacent, and I'm trying to find. Oh, here's the funny thing: is like as you were talking, Trey, I was trying to show clips of like in the ring. Like I want to get a close up of Shane McMahon because I'm about to bitch about Shane McMahon. And the thing is each time I keep trying to do that, they show the crowd. It's like they don't want to see how fucking, or they don't want to show you how miserable Shane McMahon is. His promo and him just like trying to be like, yeah, people, we got a main event tonight, etc. He does not want to be there. Everything he says is like purposely done in the sense of like letting us know he doesn't want to be there, or
the segment kind of cut abruptly. Like usually they let them like fight until like they go backstage, then they cut the segment. They had cut that shit. And the comment, that shit was so awkward how they did that transition, because while they were still fighting, Shane McMahon was in between both of them, and then the title card just comes up saying, "Oh yeah, I hope one of the commentators like, I hope he figures out that. That's fucking crazy." But we got this match coming up here while that shit is still going on.
Yeah, it's not even over.
I was like, what the hell? That was kind of weird as fuck. Like, finish that first before we get this whole thing. And like you said, AJ Styles, he's the face that runs the place and shit like that. He didn't even fight today. So,
yeah.
or did he? I don't like. Maybe if I'm wrong, Trey, did he fight? Did AJ Styles even fight today? Because I don't think he did. So it's just like
no. He the only thing he did was that when Kevin Owens came out earlier in the night, him and Kevin Owens pretty much brawled like on a Titantron. That was about it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even a legit match. It was just a whole, because they've been kind of building up the feud between those two. And the referees had to break him up. And then after that, you didn't see AJ Styles like the whole night.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this at Hovik, because Hovik, I want to ask you, like, how are you feeling about AJ Styles and what he's doing now, too? Because I fucking hate it beyond anything.
I mean, the thing is with AJ Styles, they really haven't given him anything to do ever since he lost the WWE title, which is highly unfortunate,
Yeah.
I mean, because he's like probably one of like the top tier guys. I mean, with as far as like talent and everything, and I just don't know what the hell they're doing with him. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what the whole shit was with him this earlier on. To be honest, like, and the fucked up thing is like it's so bad that I don't remember, because I don't fucking remember. And normally I remember a lot of the AJ Styles shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for today, I don't know. But I don't know what it was. But I was also really fucking tired today. Or today's show was just so bad that it was actually It was like slowly killing me, like every second that passed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, God damn, this show is just fucking bad today.
Yeah, he just has over here like, just, hey, there you go. That's what we can give you. Like, it's one of those bad things. Like,
and the fucking things, I feel so fucking bad for AJ Styles. You know what I mean? Like they really need to, like, I guess, put him back, like, in some sort of fucking push, you know?
I'm sorry, Anthony's funny. No, but I will say though, like, the biggest thing too is like when AJ Styles was doing stuff on SmackDown and whatnot, doing really cool things, he was paired with the people who can, good dance partners. And then ever since WrestleMania, they're like, oh, we can do bad shit to you, like put you in a match with Shane McMahon at one of our biggest pay-per-views of the year. So we'll just keep you in that section. Like for some reason, I don't know why even Shane McMahon was in the ring, but they're doing this, and I guess I'll play it or whatever. Like, see that shit, and it's like AJ has nothing to do with the title, with Chris Jericho, or Kevin Owens. He has nothing to do with any of those guys. He was out there because there was some link to Shane McMahon, who clearly does not want to fucking be involved in anything right now. And I felt like that's what's kind of killing AJ Styles, because they're going to continue doing that, where it's like, hey, remember when we used to fight? Yeah, man, shit was crazy, huh? Anyways, and then like move on to something else. I mean, it's just, fucking bullshit.
You know what I really think it is? I honestly really think it's just lack of creativity from WWE Creative. It's just that they have no idea, like, what they should do at all. And I don't know who the hell is the head of it, but someone's fucking up. Like, really bad. Because, like you brought up, like, there was absolutely no reason why AJ Styles should have came out during the whole Chris Jericho segment.
I just didn't want people to ask him, like, hey, why is he out there? Like, it's like one of those things where, like they did with the Usos, where sometimes really important people in the show just aren't on there. And they didn't want to do that again with AJ Styles. So they fixed that, but you had to fix it with giving him something else to do. But what were you going to say, Trey?
Well, I was trying to say this for a while now. Actually, it was pretty continuity heavy, but the thing is, you'd have to be watching the stuff to know what was going on, because AJ Styles pretty much was coming after Chris Jericho because he was trying to finish off the stuff from last
year. A year ago,
yeah, from a year ago. And then the whole thing with Kevin Owens is when Kevin Owens first came to SmackDown, and he was taunting AJ Styles and everything, and AJ Styles was Kevin Owens was putting down AJ Styles or whatever when he first came to SmackDown. Like that, like pretty much that's the reason why AJ Styles fought with Kevin Owens in the first place, is because he actually had beef with Kevin Owens for talking shit when he first came to SmackDown. Like the story's there. It just like I said, it's just a lot of continuity things. Even though the Kevin Owens thing happened like 2 weeks ago, so I'm not gonna excuse the fact that it was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, he had a reason to be out there. It was just it wasn't. As Tobin was about to say, I think the right time.
Yeah, it wasn't the right time.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my rating right away because there's just nothing else happening. Like I'm pretty sure it's a tag team match. I'm pretty sure it's other matches, but I don't even have visual references. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Seriously, tonight's show was a 1 out of 5, almost a 0.5 out of 5 because it was so like insultingly boring. Like WWE, you guys fucking took advantage of me and said, you're going to watch this. It's like, it's the show right after Payback. Of course you're going to be watching this. This might be Jericho's last night. Of course you're watching this. And you just used me just to do one cool thing at the end of the show. Like, I mean, it was bullshit. It pissed me the fuck off. So, yeah, with that said, definitely, fuck it. Yeah, 0.5 out of 5. Y'all, fuck you, SmackDown. Like, seriously, fuck SmackDown so much. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, I would probably say 2 out of 5. It wasn't as bad. The coolest move of the night was actually when Naomi tried to do like some kind of baseball slide, and Natalie turned her ass around and put her head like on the steel steps. I was just like, damn, that was actually kind of cool, and it like felt like a veteran move. And the commentary actually had built it up as like, yeah, that's why she's a heart, because of moves like that, and it felt like that. It felt like she was a veteran. That was one of the first times, or one of the few moments that you actually felt like Natalie was a veteran, and I thought that was actually kind of cool. Just that little bit of storytelling right there. I hope that happens a little bit more if she's part of this whole welcoming committee. Like I said, I just hope that this kind of just builds up the Divas personality-wise a little bit better. Like especially Naomi, like this could really benefit her and stuff like that. That whole dynamic between her and Charlotte. But yeah, this show was pretty boring. It had like a lot of story stuff that's probably going to go into Backlash. But like I said, the most important stuff, they just trying to get some juicy bits. It's just, like I said, Nakamura, where the fuck is he? Granted, you're building up Dolph Ziggler against Sin Cara, but it's just like, where the fuck is Nakamura? Like your face of the goddamn pay-per-view. Like put him on TV somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
just the fact that WWE is so like, man, this entrance, like they're marking out for his entrance, like the fans marked out at NXT, and it's like that's cool and shit, but like you can't be marking out if you're trying to like educate the casual fans. I mean,
it's just really weird. And then Ty Dillinger keep going against Aiden English. I want to say this is the third time you went against the guy. Yeah, have Ty Dillinger do something else, please, for my sanity.
Go against AJ. Like, why couldn't you?
Yeah, that would be fucking cool. The fucking main event was okay. They did what they did. Especially, I hate when they do that. Granted, it's a rematch, but it's just like, oh, you're gonna pay for this first, but then you're gonna get it for free on TV. Yeah. So it's just like, especially that never happened back in the day. Once that shit was over on pay-per-view, you didn't see a rematch until again regular TV until like probably like months later.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, you better see that shit now. Now you just don't. You can just miss the pay-per-views because you're gonna see that shit later on the fucking shows. So it's just like, yeah, it's no point. I want to say, damn, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that comedy segment, the fashion police shit, that shit is stupid.
Yeah, it's like they were finally taking them seriously, and then they had to start fucking it up.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't even know what they was building up. I want to say they was building up this whole rivalry between them and the Usos, considering that they won the Beat the Clock challenge.
Yeah.
So I guess that's probably what they was referencing, but I don't even know. That shit was just fucking weird. Yeah, that's all I can really remember. I can't even remember anything else too well. Yeah, 2 out of 5.
Yeah, no, Trey, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, you know what? I'm gonna mute you for a second, but I'll get back to you because you will be the main event. But
oh shit!
Wait, I don't know, fuck your name. So, Vic, you man, I know you had to be with me on this rating.
Oh man, I'm with you, bro. But I'm gonna give it about a 1 out of 5. Basically because today was pretty much uneventful and not like memorable at all. By the time we got to that segment with the fashion police, I was like, fuck the show. Like, I'm done. You know, the only thing to me that saved it for me was the main event of Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. I mean, it wasn't even that great, but at least I was like, hey, at least I'm getting, like, a decent end to, like, their fucking rivalry, you know?
Yeah. And it was better than a pay-per-view match, which is insulting, but I guess it's okay. Like, whatever.
Yeah, like, it was... I think it was, like, almost kind of on par with their pay-per-view match, but, I mean, it was a good fitting in, especially with the with the aftermath when Kevin Owens went full blown fucking heel. I was like, man, this is some attitude era shit, you know?
Yeah.
I was really liking it. And the whole Nakamura thing, I thought that was retarded. But hey, we got to see him in a commercial again for Backlash. Yay!
Oh shit! Yeah.
But-
By the way,
I
for
just-
Lana.
Oh my god.
Alana. I forgot about her.
No,
but
what's
anyway,
gonna happen? They're gonna be in a tag team match. Fucking Nakamura and Lana together as weird strippers who can't do promos. Yeah.
man, they're gonna be the Nakalana or some shit like that.
Nakalana.
The Nakalana, yeah. But the whole women's angle, I thought was pretty decent with the whole Becky Lynch thing happening, because I was like, oh, finally they pulled the trigger as for what happened last week, you know. But other than that, man, I didn't even know Ty Dillinger was on the show. I was like, damn, I must have fucking dozed off. Shit.
Boring. And then he
And
found a boring guy.
the funny thing, the fucked up thing is, like, I didn't even know Ty Dillinger was on the show. I'm watching the show, and I go onto Facebook. There's a video of Ty. I was like, shit, he was there tonight? I was like, fuck me.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
The
how
internet
fucked up I was.
darlings. I'm so sick of the internet darlings that people always have, like the whole like, man, dude, like everyone chant 10, 10, 10, NXT, NXT. I think
Man,
NXT is
fuck
starting to
you.
fucking run out. I
Hey,
think it's really.
Hey Nick, when they give me something else to cheer for, I'm trying here, man. Like that's they not giving me anything, because
Yeah.
like everybody else on the roster, I'm just like I don't really give a shit. So I'm just
To
like,
be honest, with the whole real quick with the whole NXT chants, to me it's the same shit with the whole ECW chants. I was like, why are you chanting the fucking company's name? Chant the goddamn wrestlers that are inside the fucking ring. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I was like, the whole brand has nothing to do with the fucking thing. And then they're like, you get the NXT. Like when I went to Takeover, not once did I chant NXT, because I was like, this is fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
it makes no sense for me.
It's bullshit. It's like it's basically everything's a light version of that Roman Reigns push.
It's like WWE does something amazing. WWE. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck is gonna do that? You know?
Exactly. Because you know WWE does it to themselves enough. That's why it's like,
Yeah,
why suck the
right.
dick? That's why we've been sucked by the guy who the head belongs to. It's fucking ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I will say that's a weird thing I just said.
that's weird.
But
yeah, man, 1 out of 5.
But Trey, man, I am so curious what you're gonna say, because I feel like you're about to say some bullshit. But go ahead, sweetheart. I'm trying not to be mean.
I'm gonna give SmackDown a 2 out of 5. There was some stuff I really did like. For instance, Jinder Mahal actually trying to force like the photo shoot people to take a picture of him with the WWE title. I thought that was very hilarious, because you don't see normally when somebody takes the title, you don't see them trying to do that kind of crap. And the fact that he did do that, was hilarious. But the thing that disappointed me was that Shane McMahon took the title away. And I was like, oh, come on, man. You could have kept that going. You could have kept Jinder Mahal, like, taking the title and, missing Randy Orton about it. Like, that was disappointing that Shane McMahon did that. Ty Dillinger, I like his new tiebreaker. He changed it up a bit, and I thought that was pretty awesome. But other than that, the match was kind of Sami Zayn with Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood Boys. I know they're calling them the Single Brothers, but I like the Bollywood Boys better. I'm gonna keep calling them that. Poor Sami Zayn, man. Like, just man. Like Sami Zayn. Like, I know you were talking about indie darlings, Nick, but if you want to talk about an indie darling who has failed, that's Sami Zayn, man. Sami Zayn was known as the heart and soul of NXT, and that guy had just plummeted, and I mean plummeted down on the main roster.
See,
It's
yes,
such a
indeed.
damn
I didn't
shame,
feel
man.
that. I thought it was definitely Adrian Neville. When Neville was in NXT, he was like the biggest thing to me. I thought Sami Zayn was boring because people used to call. By the way, I don't know if you guys know. I mean, I don't know if you follow Ring of Honor at all, Anthony, but Sami Zayn is El Generico. Which,
Yeah, El Generico. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
And like, dude, the guy was basically a white Callisto. Like, can you get more fucking boring? Like, seriously.
His special move was actually kind of cool. That whole turnbuckle DDT. I thought that was actually kind of cool.
Man, I seen Brian Kendrick do that shit back in 2005, man. Like, come on. This is bullshit. Like, fuck Sami Zayn. But I'm sorry, Trey. Go ahead.
Anyway, the opening thing with Shane McMahon, I'm kind of going all over the place with this. The Shane McMahon was like, I see the story that was there. Like I said, it was some continuity stuff and how they did it. And I actually kind of approved of that. The whole Becky Lynch thing, I enjoyed it. I even, like I said, I love the dynamic of the women as she attacked Charlotte even beforehand because it just took her out of the match. Even though she did come in the match, she still got her ass kicked and everything. And even with the whole Becky Lynch thing, I thought it was done really well. Like I said, I just hope Becky Lynch is doing her own thing and not actually joining Naomi and Charlotte. So I want to keep seeing tag match after tag match after tag match. Sin Cara, Dolph Ziggler, meh. Just man, there's nothing to say there. I just want to point this out. I know I said yesterday that if I saw that Shinsuke Nakamura commercial one more time, I was going to break my phone. I decided to not watch any commercials. Matter of fact, I decided I'm not going to watch any WWE commercials until the New Day, Lana, and Shinsuke Nakamura commercials are over. Just fuck those commercials, man. I'm sick of them. Just damn sick of them.
Trey, have you heard? Pretty soon we're going to get a commercial with all three of them.
Man,
it's gonna be the Nakalana New Day.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all enjoy that shit? Y'all enjoy that shit? Cause I'm not watching none of these commercials. I'm telling you right now, fuck those commercials.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
It's a new day. It's a new day. Nakalana.
Oh.
Anyway, the Fashion Police stuff was kind of meh. I was whatever about it, you know. Like I said, that's pretty much everything that happened on SmackDown. It was a 2 out of 5 to me. I enjoyed it to an extent. There was just a lot of mess stuff in there that they did, but there was some storyline stuff that I really enjoyed that I can't wait to see. Granted, I agree with you, Hovik. There's nothing really memorable, but I don't think there was no story there like everybody else was saying here tonight. Well, Anthony didn't say that, but there were stories there that I just can't wait to see how it turns out. But like I always say, you got to remember, this is WWE. So we gotta see how this is
But
gonna
you know
go.
what though, and I will say I do have one good thing, Trey. Make sure to look at the screen when I tell you this, because there was one thing that I thought was pretty cool today, and it was definitely this shit right over here. This commercial.
Man, fuck you!
Oh, the violin! Is he the wrestler? I don't know, because he showed him more fucking times than Nakamura.
I thought dude, I legit thought you was gonna do the X-Pac thing. I'm gonna say fuck you, but regardless, fuck you!
Dude, I'm telling you, this is his whole career for the next 20 fucking years on WWE. That just
I'm looking at the
violins,
ceiling, so I won't break my phone. Just saying,
dude, violins and fucking fingers. Fuck Nakamura. You know what? No, I'm gonna leave it on Trey. Trey, you know what? I'm gonna zoom in.
I'm looking at the ceiling.
Trey. Fuck you,
Hey,
Trey.
I got some pretty lights up here, man. I like my lights.
Yeah, well, I got nothing. People, wait, I didn't mean to turn the show off that fast.
Maybe I can give you a Northern Light suplex.
Oh, fuck you.
Ooh.
You know, I got nothing. I was gonna I just want to end. Like, I'm so fucking mad. I hate SmackDown. Like, literally, last night I sat through Raw and most of it. You know, I skipped a couple things and went back to it later on. Tonight I was like, 2 hours. I'll just watch it. You know, it's like just 2 hours. I mean, damn, fuck Raw with the 3 hours. Blah blah blah. Raw did so much better.
SmackDown with the 2 hours.
Raw did so much fucking better. And it's 3 hours, and it was painful, and I hated it. Dude, one of our videos, our last week's SmackDown got 600 views. I don't give a fuck about the views. I don't want to watch SmackDown. It's fucking bad. It's always fucking bad. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
So how about I watch a retro Raw and you watch a retro SmackDown?
Man,
Ooh.
that's kind of a good idea.
Shit, I'm down for that.
You know what, dude? No, boycotting this shit. Anthony, I'm gonna ask you your permission. Can I boycott fucking Raw and SmackDown next week?
Team Yellow.
Can I boycott?
That's just a default, dog. Team Yellow. Can we just watch NXT?
We should. Okay, no. By the way, people, Friday, if the show doesn't fucking break, we're gonna do a Ringside Hangout on Friday. So that is happening, and then another big thing that's happening is next week I'm doing it. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. I gotta pick one. All of us. Raw
Oh shit!
and a SmackDown.
Another retro show.
I'm watching Raw 1000. I'm telling you right now. Raw 1000. I chose it on
Saturday.
Saturday.
You gonna pick something that's part of the fucking problem?
Oh damn! Hold
God.
on though. Raw 1000 was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they had fucking Xbox on there before he went on drugs again. You know, like, hey, DX
Oh, wait, hold on.
guys, old guys,
Hold
DX.
on, come on, that's Xbox. That's X-Pac, bro.
Oh,
That
yeah,
shit,
okay, I'm sorry.
that
Billy
ends up
Gunn,
lying, man.
steroids, Road Dogg, all this shit he's been through. Shawn Michaels, his drug is Christ. He's in that fucking Gavin Rossdale movie. Where the fuck that shit's called? The Resurrection of Chocolate Fucking Milk. I fucking hate this shit. What?
Can I tell them about Anime Night?
Yeah, tell me about the Enema Night, because I'm going to need Enema after
Anime
this bullshit.
Night. Hey, people, we got an Anime Night coming up this week. Keep it locked. We're gonna be doing that right after the midweek chat attack, which is 7:30 CST. Just in case if you forgot. And the anime night for this week is gonna be Studio Gainax. So we're gonna be picking animes based off Studio Gainax, and you're gonna be voting on which ones your favorite are, so we can be watching those episodes from those favorite Gainax shows. So keep it locked. Keep it listening to that, and yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I hope you guys join us.
I think it's time to do the thing.
1, 2, 3, attack!
Oh, fuck
WrestleMania!
Fuck SmackDown!
Hey!
And fuck y'all!
No, fuck you,
SmackDown.
bitch!
No, fuck you!
Fuck Raw Raw
SmackDown.
1000. Raw 1000 sucks. I'll be telling you about that shit next Monday. I'll be telling you about how much fucking Raw sucks. You fucking bullshit motherfucker. Fucking hate you, Trey. The WrestleMania was